Donald Trump is making a comeback, and whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying he's about to shake things up. But what does his return mean for the world? From global economies to international alliances, Trump's influence could reshape the future for every major country. Will his policies create new opportunities, or are we headed toward conflict and division? In this video, we'll explore how Trump's return might impact the world stage and what it could mean for all of us. Welcome to our channel Dark Side Tale. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated returns in global politics. Donald Trump is back on the scene. Known for his bold, often controversial decisions, Trump's leadership left a lasting mark on international relations, from trade wars to alliances and everything in between. Now that he's aiming for a comeback, the world is watching closely to see what impact he might have on global economies, security, and diplomacy. Could his return mean a stronger, more assertive US, or will it create new tensions with countries like China, Iran, and even some of America's closest allies? In this video, we'll break down the potential effects of Trump's comeback on the world and explore how other nations might respond. Trump's comeback and its global impact. Donald Trump's return to the political scene is a significant event with potential global consequences. Known for his bold and often controversial policies, Trump's comeback could affect international relations, trade, security, and other key issues worldwide. As Trump sets his sights on the future, the world watches with bated breath. Whether his policies lead to unity or division, prosperity or tension, the effects will be felt far and wide. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what do you think about Trump's return? Will it benefit the world or create new challenges? Share your thoughts below. Trump's impact on international relations. Trump's foreign policy could alter the US relationship with allies like NATO countries, Japan, and South Korea. His assertive stance may also heighten tensions with countries like China, Iran, and Russia, as he has previously taken a tough approach with these nations. Global economic effects. If re-elected, Trump might reintroduce tariffs and renegotiate trade deals to favor the US, which could disrupt global trade. Emerging economies and major trading partners could feel the impact as trade policies directly affect global markets. Security and military alliances. Trump's views on military spending and alliances like NATO might lead to a reduced US presence abroad, prompting allies to boost their defense efforts. This could reshape global security dynamics and encourage more independent defense policies among allies. Climate and environmental policy. Trump has previously withdrawn the US from global climate agreements. If he returns, other nations may have to take the lead on climate initiatives or potentially reduce their own commitments, impacting global climate action efforts. Immigration and human rights. Trump's immigration policies may once again restrict entry to the US for people from certain countries. This could affect migration trends and human rights discussions worldwide, especially impacting nations like Mexico and India that have close immigration ties with the US. Conclusion and future speculations. Trump's return could bring both opportunities and challenges to various regions. As he re-enters the political landscape, countries may need to adjust their strategies to navigate these potential changes, preparing for shifts in global alliances, economies, and policies. Imagine waking up to a world where Donald Trump is back in charge of the United States. To some, this sounds exciting. To others, it's alarming. But one thing is certain, Trump's return could have ripple effects around the globe. From economic strategies to military alliances, his influence isn't limited to America alone. Let's explore how Trump's comeback might impact the entire world and why every country should pay attention. First, let's look at global alliances. Trump has always been clear about his stance on NATO, often suggesting that the US bears too much of the financial burden for this alliance. If he returns, we might see a shift where the US reduces its commitment, which could push European countries to boost their own defense spending. This could mean a more independent Europe, but it might also leave gaps in global security that other powers like Russia could try to exploit. Then there's Asia. With China growing in economic and military power, Trump's comeback could reignite tensions. During his first term, we saw trade wars, sanctions, and a clear attempt to curb China's influence. If he's back, these measures might be intensified. For countries in Asia, this could mean choosing sides, as Trump's policies could pressure allies like Japan and South Korea to align even more closely with the US or risk economic repercussions. Speaking of the economy, Trump's trade policies are likely to have worldwide implications. Known for his America First agenda, he may prioritize US businesses over international partnerships, which could result in higher tariffs on imports from major trading partners. This would impact countries like China, Mexico, and even the European Union. For some, it could mean an opportunity to negotiate better trade terms. For others, it might mean restricted access to the American market, which could hurt their economies. But Trump's return isn't just about trade and military. Let's talk about climate change. We all remember his stance on the Paris Climate Agreement. He pulled the US out, arguing that it was unfair. If he regains power, we might see a shift away from climate commitments, which could have a ripple effect on global environmental efforts. Countries committed to reducing carbon emissions may have to step up, filling the leadership gap left by the US. This could either inspire stronger commitments or weaken the overall drive for climate action, especially if other nations follow suit. Then there's the issue of immigration. Trump's previous policies made it tougher for people from certain countries to enter the US, impacting students, families, and workers worldwide. A return to those policies could once again affect millions of people who dream of building a life in America. It's not just about visas, it's about global human rights. If Trump reinstates strict immigration rules, it could influence other countries to adopt similar measures, impacting refugees and immigrants globally. In the Middle East, Trump's stance on Iran could escalate tensions. His previous withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal increased instability in the region. A second Trump presidency could mean heightened pressure on Iran, which may lead to a renewed cycle of sanctions and countermeasures. For countries that rely on Middle Eastern oil or are strategically tied to the region, this could spell uncertainty. So, where does this leave us? Trump's return could mean different things for different regions. For some, it's a chance for stronger alliances. For others, it's a potential risk to their economy and security. But one thing is clear. Every country will need to adjust its strategies to navigate the world Trump might shape. As Trump sets his sights on the future, the world watches with bated breath. Whether his policies lead to unity or division, prosperity or tension, the effects will be felt far and wide. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what do you think about Trump's return? Will it benefit the world or create new challenges? Share your thoughts below.